After 11 years of consecutive power, Modi's downfall is just around the corner. I'm Raja Faisal, and today I will be highlighting the downfall of Modi's politics. First of all, I will be highlighting the impact of Modi's politics internally as well as externally, what impact it carried. First of all, racism. Never forget that Modi is someone who was once called Butcher of Gujarat, and he is ruling over today's India since 2014. And what kind of rule it is? Of course, everyone knows the racism which Muslims are facing at the hands of Hindutva ideology. When Modi took power in the center, he was already having a reputation of someone being very rogue towards Muslims. And it isn't only Muslims who were facing the grunt. There were Christians, there were Sikhs, and there were Dalits as well. And don't forget, Dalits call themselves Hindu and they registered themselves Hindus in the Aadhaar card. But when it comes to today's India, it is so racist that the Dalits who are considered as third-class Hindus, they are not even given the Hindu rights. If only we start counting the mosques and churches that were burnt or demolished or vandalized, it would take time to figure out how many there were in last 11 years of Modi's tenure. And talking about lynchings, well, it is a long series of people who have been getting lynched at the hands of Hindutva ideology. And it was all happening under the supervision of one man, Modi. The only reason behind it is that he knew since the day one that his politics is all about anti-Muslim politics in today's India. And as long as he was anti-Muslim, he knew that he will be getting into premier office. Now, talking about Haryana and Punjab, we all know the Farmers Act and how brutally they were handled by Modi's regime. The whole episode of Farmers Act was all about how to take the lands out of the hands of Sikhs of Punjab. And talking about Indian illegally occupied Kashmir, of course we know that during Modi's tenure, the forces were increased in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Don't forget, it had always been considered as one of the most militarized zones in the world. For every 9 Kashmiris, there was one Indian soldier, and the very rogue one. And some say abrogation of 370 and 35A articles in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, they have contributed in internal as well as external problems for Modi and India. Somehow, if India is facing two fronts today, one side with China and the other side with Pakistan, that has everything to do with abrogation of 370 and 35A. There are analysts who always claim that during Modi's times, Indian economy boomed, and of course, when it comes to investments, they were made in India. Industrial expansion, yes, it took place, but who is the beneficiary? Adanis and Ambanis? Who are they? They are the right and left hands of Modi. So the only beneficiaries amongst Indians are Adanis and Ambanis and few more whom we can just count on the fingers. Overall, a common Indian is standing where it used to stand before 2014. Now I will draw your attention towards the external affairs of India. Where does India stand right now and how it has been performing in last more than 10 years? To start with, since 2014, Modi applied hegemonic gear in the region. And the regional countries, especially the smaller countries, I'm talking about Bhutan, Nepal, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and Myanmar as well. All of these countries, they have been facing the bullying of India. And when it comes to India's stance towards these countries, it was entirely based on hegemonic lines. And we all remember the kind of narratives that have been highlighted in last 11 years, especially when it comes to Modi regime, they love to speak about one thing, and that is surgical strike. And don't forget, when they came towards Pakistan in February 2019, of course, they believe they conducted a surgical strike. We called it surgical strike because only few of the trees, they were of course martyred in that, but still we keep trees very dear to us, reason being we are fighting against the climate change as well. But back in 2019, February 2019, when they conducted that, Pakistan retaliated, and in that retaliation, we remember in February 2019, Abhinandan was shot down, MiG-29 was shot down, Su-30 was shot down, and then, of course, they were quiet after that. But when it comes to they being a hegemon towards Pakistan or trying to be a hegemon towards Pakistan, Pakistan never allowed them to be born. Very importantly, since 2014 and even before that as well, India is pursuing an external policy for Pakistan, which was highlighted more in 2014 by Ajit Doval, who happens to be NSA of India, and is a favorite man of Modi himself. And the doctrine they came out with, it was considered defensive offense. They were engaged with Pakistan on Pakistan's western border with the help of their proxies when it comes to TTP, ISKP, BLA, BLF, Majid Brigade, all of them, they were getting funded by India to engage Pakistan on the western front. And this is the very time when Pakistan caught Kulbhushan Jadhav inside Balochistan, and he was caught red-handed, carrying a passport with the name of Mubarak Hussain Patel, and he had 17 visits on that passport. Kulbhushan Jadhav still is in the hands of Pakistan. Pakistan kept on giving dossiers to the Western world about the activities of India in Pakistan and how they are promoting and financing terrorism within Pakistan. Pakistan kept on highlighting that India is a terror exporter. India is exporting terrorism to Pakistan and to other worlds as well. But nobody listened Pakistan until the episode of Nijar and Punnu. And what is this episode? Well, Indian RAW, with the help of its proxies and hiring the hitmen in countries like Canada, in countries like US, and in countries like UK as well, they have been hiring the guns to fix the Khalistan movement. When I say fixing Khalistan movement, it is all about eliminating their leadership. And this is when the five eyes of the world, they got prompted. Then comes a phase in which we see India does not condemn the acts of Russia in Ukraine, though its Western allies, they kept on asking India to do it. They didn't do it. And they very boastfully, they said that it is our own external policy and this is how we want to run it. Now we all know that India is having a habit of conducting false flag attacks. Uri and Pulwama, they were of course two examples, premier examples, and the latest one is being considered as Pahalgam attack. On 22nd of April this year, we saw that the incident took place at Pahalgam and India started blaming Pakistan for it. And then we know in May 2025, we saw both of the countries head on. India attacked 9 different sites within Pakistan, claiming that they were the terrorist hideouts, though these were the civilian houses that were attacked by India. In response, Pakistan shot down 6 of their fighter jets, and then India once again attacked towards Pakistan on the military installments. Pakistan retaliated once more, and then Pakistan, one by one, more than 24 sites, military sites of India, Pakistan sent in missiles and then air raided them as well. Pakistan destroys S-400, Pakistan destroys 2 of the brigade headquarters, and then India begs for the ceasefire. And then we all know the kind of role Donald Trump played in that episode. And till this date, Modi is still saying that they were not the ones who asked for this. Now, post Pahalgam attack and May 2025 war, the scenario has completely changed. Pakistan's Field Marshal gets invited in the Oval Office for a lunch, India doesn't. One by one, India attends multilateral forums and simply gets no space out there. Be it SCO, be it BRICS, or be it Quad, wherever India went, demanded only one thing. Every country should condemn Pakistan for its acts in Kashmir. And what was their response? They didn't do it. They simply asked for the proofs for India, and India had none. They've been seeking condemnation from individual countries. None of them did so. Everyone is asking for the proofs against Pakistan, and they have none. Since 2004, only mantra we have been listening to coming out from Modi's mouth is that he will make sure that Pakistan is alienated in this world. And today, India itself is alienated. These are the key reasons for which in today's India, be it BJP or be it other parties, including Congress, all of the leaders, they are simply saying that Modi has been one of the worst Prime Minister of India's history. Now, even in the closed door meetings, the businessmen and industrialists, they are saying the same thing as well. They are openly saying it, that how on earth any investor would be thinking about investing in today's India, knowing the facts that today's India wants to wage a war for no reasons. So be it internal security, external security, or economy, or life of the people in India, or the religious harmony amongst the people within India, or the secular nature of the Constitution of India, everything is gone in this man's premiership. No doubt, Modi as a Prime Minister was a disaster for India. That's it for today, friends. Whoever hasn't subscribed me yet, please do subscribe and take very good care of yourself.